Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Hoover H-Free 500 cordless vacuum cleaner. Bit of a mouthful. And what I want to do today is to clearly get it unboxed and to show you some of the features and benefits that it offers and why this new design could be a real winner for Hoover. So let's have a look. So as you get it unboxed, what is nice is that they're using a lot of cardboard instead of polystyrene packaging. So apart from all of this polythene bags to put everything in, which personally I don't think is that necessary, then at least a lot of the other packaging can be recycled. So now I've got it built up, what I'll do is I'll basically show you the top part first. This is the handheld bit, and because clearly at the moment this is the normal upright vacuum, but it just makes it a little bit easier. I'll show you the top part first, and to do that, to change it into a handheld, you just press this button on the front and then that comes apart. So this just makes life a lot easier, and as you can see here you've got a nice easy grip handle, so it's like a rubber handle here, so when using it as a handheld then it's actually really light compared to some other vacuums that are a handheld. And just here at the end you've got a fairly standard tool at the end, so there's not really anything there, so you can use that if you just got bits on the table. But the beauty of this is what you can do is if you want to use a brush, then you just pull that down at the end and you've got the dusting tool as they call it, so that can be a useful tool. What you can also do is by pressing the two buttons in at the side, you can actually turn that round and then that locates onto there, and then you've got what they call a furniture tool, or upholstery tool. It's called different things by different manufacturers. By having the two tools, that just makes life a lot easier, and by doubling up it saves having to have two separate tools, which can make the vacuum heavier. So while I'm here I will show you the bin, because it's easier to show you while it's as a handheld. So first of all you've got the button on the front here, so that when you want to empty it you just press the button there and that flap opens, and that's really easy. So all you need to do is do that, and then when you've emptied everything just shut the lid and you're ready to go. What you can do is just around the side here it's got a little padlock feature, and that's basically showing you that what you can do is you can twist it and then the bin can come off. Just put that to the side. So for cleaning purposes, what you can do is you take the little filter out. All of this is washable, so you've got a little handle in there that just pulls out, and as I say you can clean in here, which is always important. If you've been following our channel for a while, you know that I've done several cleaning videos and show you how to keep vacuums maintaining well and keep the performance up. When you have washed this filter, just make sure that it is completely dry before you put it back in the vacuum. I'd normally recommend for around 24 hours. Or the other thing that you can do is that if you want to carry on vacuuming, then just buy another spare filter to start with, and then that way that you can still vacuum while the other filter is being washed and dried. But what you can do is when you've washed and cleaned it all, then just locate these two parts back together and then twist it. It's a little bit stiff, especially the first time of doing it, but then once it's located then you're ready to go. Something I didn't mention a minute ago when looking at the bin is the capacity, and on this one it's actually 0.45 litres, so it's not the biggest on the market, but it's certainly not the smallest. So when it comes to charging the vacuum, then you've actually got a choice in how you do it. With most brands like Dyson, the majority of the models are really designed to hang on the wall. Other manufacturers, like a lot of the Bosch cordless vacuums, are designed to be floor standing, and so you just sit the vacuum next to the charger. With this you've actually got the choice of both. The first option is, just to show you, you clearly get the mains lead with it, you get the charger, and this just plugs into the side here. So what you can do is, because you actually get a wall bracket with it, so this is just a really simple device, and that screws onto the wall, and then that sits in like that. So it's and clearly you want to make it high enough so that you can get all of the vacuum in. So if you want to wall mount it and put it next to a charger, then you can do. The other option is if you haven't got space, or if you don't want to wall mount it like some people, then you can actually take the battery out, and all you do is you press and hold that so that the battery comes out itself, and then with the charger you can just sit it next to it and just plug it in. So a couple of options, and really I'll say this is a brilliant idea, because also it means in years to come, when the battery starts to fade, because on all cordless vacuums, then over time the actual run time you get from the vacuum starts to go down, and it just means that over the years you can actually replace the battery easily, not like on some of the other vacuums where it's a fixed battery, and then once the battery starts to go, then that's it. So now we've covered a lot of things at the top here. Similar to the charging, where they've come up with different methods for it, the actual storage of the vacuum, they've come up with a really good method as well. So when you've got the vacuum as an upright, that's basically what it looks like, and you can store that in the cupboard. Clearly if you have got the space, then that's nice and easy. A lot of people now are limited for space, might live in smaller apartments or flats, or just generally limited for space. So what you can do is, again, just press the button to take the handheld off, and what's quite unique about this is you can clip it in at the bottom there and then locate it at the top, and you can store your vacuum like that. And that's only 69 centimeters from top to bottom, so it's nice and compact, and I must say, as a design, I really like that. It's just something a little bit different, and for some people, and we do get a lot of people in the shop here that comment on, you know, that they can't buy a vacuum because they've got nowhere to store it. There are not many apartments or flats or houses where you wouldn't be able to get that in. So when it comes to using the vacuum, it is very easy. You've got the on and off button at the top here, and you've got the turbo setting and the carpet. I'll just show you that in a moment. And you've also got a battery status indicator. So I'll just turn it on, show you. So you can see there, at the moment it's white, so there's plenty of life left in the battery. It's a bit difficult to do it when it's so close to the microphone. So something else to note is it is actually freestanding as well. So it's really a very good design when it comes to storing the vacuum. But what you can actually do is, when you want to use the vacuum, all you do is you put your foot on there and pull it back. And you've got two options. So you can either have it without the brush, or if you want to use the brush at the end, which clearly for carpet use then you do really want to, you just press the carpet button, which is on the handle here. And as you can see, it has actually got little lights at the front, so when you vacuum in under a bed or under a piece of furniture, then, or if you really want to do it in the dark, if that's what you want to do, then you've got a little light at the front to help you with that. So the runtime on this vacuum, which is always an important factor, if you're using it as a handheld, then you're looking around 40 minutes. But if you are going to use it on the carpet, so if you're going to use the brush at the bottom as well, then you should expect to get around 25 minutes from it. And also to point out, if you are going to use the turbo setting, which is where you get the better suction, then that can reduce both of those run times as well. So just to show you a little bit closer at the bottom here, and first of all you've got a little light and it shows you the brush bar status. So I'll just pop it back on, and what you'll find is that the light will come on when it's in operation. Because for some people, especially if you're a little bit taller and if your eyesight's not that great, then you might not be able to see that rotating while you're using it. Just another quick thing to show you, when it comes to cleaning the brush bar, then it's ever so easy to take out. First of all, you can just unclip that from around the side, and then the brush bar pulls out. So fantastic design, nice and easy, a lot easier than other manufacturers. And if you want to put it back in place, then it just drops in underneath, and make sure that's in place, and you just clip it there. So really nice and easy design. And just to show you underneath, the bristles on these are fairly stiff, so the performance of the vacuum should be very good at picking up, especially from carpet. And as I showed you, it's nice and easy to take the brush bar out, so that when it comes to cleaning hair and other bits off this, then it's good design. So if you are thinking of buying one of these cleaners, then I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Hoover H-Free 500 cordless vacuum cleaner. Still a bit of a mouthful. Please give us a thumbs up, click subscribe on a YouTube video, and leave any comments below. I'm asking for comments, whether it's good or bad, or if there's any other videos that you'd like me to do on some vacuum cleaners or appliances around the house. Thanks for watching.